Hello YouTube. Today we are going to solve LeetCode question number 630, course schedule 3. Okay. So let's go to the question first. There are n different online courses numbered from 1 to n. You are given an array courses where courses of I equals to duration I and last day of I. Okay. That means it indicates that ith course should be taken continuously for duration of I days and must be finished before or on last day of I. Okay. Now you will start off on the first day and you cannot take two or more courses simultaneously. Okay. And we have to return the maximum number of courses that you can take. Okay. So in this example you are given that suppose you are given courses with 100 200 as duration and last day, 200 1300, 1000 1250, 2000 3200, then your output should be 3. Okay. And similarly all those. So let's take an example and explain you how to do this with an example itself. So suppose we are given this array. Okay. So what we are going to do is our first step will be to sort this array on the basis of last day. So last day is 200 300 300 and 300. So it is already sorted, as you can see. And also we will take one another variable called time, in which we will calculate the total time, which will initially be 0. Okay. Now after this, what we have to do is we will also maintain a list of courses which we have already taken. Okay. So now let's start the process. So since this array is already sorted, we don't need to sort it, and we will simply go to the first course and see how much time it's required. So its duration is 200 and last day is 200. So since duration is not greater than 200, not greater than the last day, we can say that we will be taking this course. So suppose we have taken this course. Okay. So our course array will also contain this course. Okay. In the course array we will keep the duration of the course. Okay. How much duration it is required to take this course. So we have taken one course and total time we have spent is 200. Okay. So now let's move on to the next course. In the next course you will see that another 100 days are required to complete it, since total number of days will now be 300. This 100 plus 200 we have earlier taken to complete this course. So total number of days will be 300, which is okay, which is still within the time range. So we will be able to complete the second course just in time. So our time will increase to 300 now, and we will add this course also to the array. Okay. Now when we move on to the next course, we see that another 100 days are required to complete the third course. So total number of time required in order to require to complete this 3 course will be 400. But we need to, if we want to complete this course, then we need to complete this course within 300 days. Okay. So we will not be able to complete this course. So in this case, what we will do is we will go to our list of completed courses and we will see if there are any cases if there are any courses which require more than 100 days to complete this course, and give me the maximum of those course. Okay. So I see that one course is required taking 200 days to complete. Okay. So it will be better if instead of completing that course in 200 days, I will complete this course in 100 days, since we are only concerned about the number of courses. So if I remove this 200 and take this 100, then we will still have completed two courses, and we will also have 100 days left. Okay. But if I am taking this 200, then I am not able to complete other courses. Okay. So I will remove this course. Okay, from this array. Okay, I will remove this course and I will add this course. Okay, this 100. So in this manner I am able to complete this course, and I am also able to reduce the time from 300 to 200. Now when we move over here, we see that we have 100 days spare, so we can take this course as well, and we will be completing 3, total time of 300, which is less within the days, since last day is 300, and we will add this course also. So let's see some observations. So as you saw, in this list we will always need maximum value of the time duration. Okay, the maximum value of time duration. So for that we can use a max heap. So this list can be our max heap. Okay, this time is a variable, integer variable, and this array should be sorted. Okay, on the basis of last day. Okay, so we can make these observations, and after that we can return the size of the list. Okay, so this will be our answer. So size of the list is 3. So we have completed 3 cores, and that will be our answer. So let's start coding. Let's see how it goes. So as our first step will be to sort the array. So let's sort the array. Arrays dot sort. Okay, we'll have courses, and we will also need to provide our custom sorting method, since this courses is not a normal array, it is a 2D array. So we'll do a comma b, and we will return a of 1. Okay, we want to sort, since we want to sort it in on the basis of last day. So a of 1 and b of 1. Okay, since our array is sorted, now let's move on to the next step and declare a time variable 0. And let's move on to the further. We will take a priority queue. Priority. I hope the spelling is right. Queue integer q equals to new priority. Yeah, this one's priority q. Okay, integer again, and we need to sort this since in Java priority queue is by default min heap. So and we want a max heap, so I will give a method to custom method for custom sorting. So that will be, again it will return b minus a. Yeah, so this looks good. Now let's move on. So we have this now we can iterate through the courses. So we'll start at int I equals to 0, I less than courses dot length I plus plus. Okay, and now if we are able to complete a course, so courses of I comma 0, if that is less, so if that is less than equals to courses of last day, if that is less than equals to last day, then we will say that we will take that course. So for taking that course we will increment the time. Okay, we will add the duration of the time duration required to complete that course in the time variable, and we will also put that course in our priority queue. Okay, so let's put it in our priority queue. We should only put the duration, since we don't require the last day. So I have put the duration, and in the case if I don't if I am not able to complete that course, then what I will do is I will check if the queue is not empty. Then what you do is you take the top value of the priority queue. Okay, how to take the top value? Only pick it. Since we are not guaranteed here, we will remove it from the queue only if it takes greater time. Okay, so if this whatever is there in the top of the priority queue, if that duration is greater than the current duration to take the courses of I0, then we will remove it. Okay, and we will also remove it from the time variable. So let's remove it from the time, and let's remove it from the queue as well. So queue dot poll will remove it from the queue and return the value which will be deducted from time, and then we have to add the time for current course as well. So what I will do is I will do courses I of 0, add it, and again whatever course I have taken now I will add it to the queue as well. So let's add it to the queue, courses of I. So I will add that duration to the queue. Now that's it. Now let us return our answer. So what will be our answer? our answer will be the size of the list. So q dot size will return it. Okay, I should also use the return keyword. Okay, now let's try to run this with the example we have taken. Okay, there is some issue looks like. So q dot offer course. Okay, the spelling mistake is with course. It should be is there any other issue? No. So yeah, as you can see, this is getting accepted. Now let's try the example given in the problem statement. I think we should be able to pass this as well, but this will also sort it. Okay, yeah, so this is also passing. Now let's submit it and see if it is getting submitted. So yeah, as you can see, this is also getting submitted. So it is a close to 90%, which is a pretty decent solution. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please mention it in the comment section. Thank you.